Hey guys, it's Becky here. So today I'm finally here to share with you guys my sorority FAQ video. I'm so sorry for the delay with this video, but I just couldn't come up with some really good questions that I've gotten. I just couldn't think because I've gotten so many questions when it comes to sorority recruitment and sororities in general. But I got the help of my sisters, thankfully, because I just couldn't come up with really good questions. I really didn't get a lot of questions in the comments when I did post the video asking you guys for questions, but I have gotten different DMs from girls, and I've also gotten comments, so I will be answering that in this video. And you can tell I'm a little sick still, so please bear with me throughout this video. I might sniffle a little bit, but I'll try and cut that out as much as I can. But I'm just gonna get started with this video because I know it's gonna be very long. This video is going to be very informative about any and all things sorority related, so I'm gonna try and hit on every single subject. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So the first question, I guess you could say, is aren't sororities filled with drama and backstabbing? That is one of the, I want to say, stereotypes of sororities and just sorority life in general, that there's a lot of cattiness and like sisters and girls in the sorority don't like each other and stuff like that. Honestly, it is not like that. There is no backstabbing. There is no drama. Well, in my sorority there's no drama. I don't think in any other sorority there's drama. There's no need for drama because you all are sisters. You all believe and have the same values, believe in the same thing. And I'm gonna say this: if you do see drama and backstabbing when you're in the sorority, like you've already picked that house, got a bid and stuff like that, then it's probably on you. Like, you may have started some drama somehow, but there's no drama unless you start it, or if you do something to provoke something, or you know what I'm talking about. Like, there's no drama or backstabbing unless you bring it upon yourself, or if you act upon it like that, if that makes sense. Second question is that I'm going to talk about is, what do you even do? So when it comes to sororities, I know a lot of people may say, what do sororities do? What's the point of even being in a sorority? Like, why do you even want to join? Like, what's the point of being in a sorority? So honestly, you do so much for the community, for the school, for yourself, for everyone around you. Like I said, community. It's something that I feel like you can grow in. A sorority is something you grow in. We do a lot of community service when it comes to our philanthropy, which is, our philanthropy is the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We do a lot of things around school. We do a lot of fundraising. I know a stereotype, again, is that all sorority girls, they party. There are parties. I'm not gonna lie, there are parties. Fraternities throw parties. I know our sorority, like, we necessarily don't throw parties. We have mixers with other fraternities and sororities, but we don't necessarily like throw parties with like alcohol and stuff like that. But there are parties on campus that fraternities might throw. I mean, we do a lot of community service, like I said. We do a lot of volunteering. We come together, brainstorm ideas to make our chapter better. We just do a lot of stuff, and you'll definitely find that out if you do end up joining a sorority. Okay, this next question is, what are the benefits of going through recruitment / going Greek? I think some of the benefits of going through recruitment / going Greek are that you grow as a person. I know I've grown so much since going through Greek life and being a part of sorority. One of the benefits that I've taken from it and that has helped me was I commute to school, which you guys probably obviously know I do commute to school. I don't live on campus, so it's given me an opportunity to get to know more people on campus, come out of my shell, and just take leadership roles, to take leadership opportunities, because I am actually I'm the secretary of my sorority, so it's given me a lot of leadership and a lot of just exposure to things that I didn't have before. It just made me think about things a lot more differently, if that makes sense. It just being in a sorority and going through Greek, it's just, you meet a lot of people, you make friends. Like, if you're the type of person who's like really shy, I definitely recommend going through sorority recruitment, because I promise you'll come out your shell. You will meet a whole lot of new people, and it'll just be one of the best decisions that you've ever made in your life. And then another benefit is networking, of course. Like, networking is one of the big things when it comes to sororities, and it's one of the things that girls find as one of the better benefits and one of the things they look most forward to, especially when it comes to getting jobs and stuff like that. Because I know we went out to Moe's one day, and I think, yeah, we went out to Moe's one day, and then I know a lady was there with her, I think a lady was there with her son or daughter, I forgot which one it was, but she saw that we had a Chi sub, and she was like, "Are you guys a Chi?" We were like, "Yeah, we're a Chi." She's like, "I was a Chi at so-and-so school," and stuff like that. And she's like, "I work for this marketing department, and if anybody's looking for internships," and gave us our car, she gave us her card and stuff like that. So it's stuff like that, networking. Chios recommend Chios, and if you're in an interview, or if you are looking for a job or some sort for an internship, or like a big girl job, if they see that you've been involved in Greek life, it's a positive thing. Like, they'll look at that, especially if the person who is interviewing you has been in Greek or is maybe a part of that particular sorority. Then I think it just gives you a big leap ahead of everyone else being in a sorority. I can go on and on about the benefits of going Greek and going through recruitment, but those are just some of the benefits that I've seen that have helped me grow as a person and stuff like that. So I think you guys would have the same experience if you decide to go Greek as well. Let's see. Why do you love your sorority so much? I can honestly say I love my sorority so much because I have people I can go to. I have sisters and friends that I can go to if I'm down, if I need help, or if I'm in a sticky situation. I know they'll always be there for me. There's a lot of opportunities being a part of a sorority. I just love it so much because it just, I don't know. I honestly knew, like, when I went to college, that I wanted to join a sorority. I didn't know which sorority I wanted to join, but I honestly knew I wanted to join a sorority. And during recruitment, you guys can check out my recruitment video. I'm not going to go through my whole recruitment story and all that. I'll link that down below. I have I have all my sorority recruitment stuff, all my playlists linked down below, so you guys can check that out. But it's just given me a ton of opportunity, especially, like I said, taking leadership roles. That's one of the things that I definitely strongly encourage. If you have the opportunity to take a leadership role in any club or organization, definitely go for it, because I was honestly so scared when I found out that I was voted secretary, because I was just like, I am the most unorganized person in the world, why did they choose me? But it's honestly helped me so much when it comes to organization, my skills of just communicating with other people, and just being in a position where I just have some authority over people, which I'm just like, I hate like bossing people around, but you boss people around to a certain extent. But yeah, I love my sorority because it's just making me grow as a woman now, and as a woman that I want to be in the future. Next question. How does recruitment work? Okay, so I'm going to go through how recruitment works. Okay, recruitment. There are 4 nights of recruitment, I believe. 4 nights, 4 days. The first one is open house. That's when you go into each of the houses at your school, or each of the places where the organization meets. You just go and you meet the people. You kind of feel out the sorority and see what they're all about. Second night is Philanthropy Night. Well, this is for us. It's kind of similar to other schools. Other schools may have maybe one extra night depending on how large the school is. But the second night is typically going to be Philanthropy Night, and that's where you learn about the sorority's philanthropy, what they raise money for, and what organization that they support. Third night is Prep Night. Prep Night is where it's kind of more serious. I know all the nights are serious, but Prep Night's when it is, you have to get invited back, kind of like a mutual selection kind of thing, where you're invited back, and it's kind of like you are making the decision that night that will most likely change your college life, college career. Joining sorority, it's where the girls are trying really hard in the sorority to get you to choose them. That's the best way I can say it. They're trying their absolute best to get you to feel the sisterhood. That's when you get a sneak peek into their little ritual and stuff like that. So Prep Night is a night where it's honestly a night you will not forget. I remember Hollis, I was with her on Prep Night, and she just made me want to go Kyo 100%. I just felt at home. I just felt like there's no other place I wanted to be. So that's how Prep Night is. You might get a little emotional that night. I know I did. But that's Prep Night. And the fourth day is bid day. That is where you get your bid. That's where you run to your house, you get your bid card, you find out you find out what sorority chose you, and if you got your top choice, because you do each night, I know on the night before prep night and the day of prep night after, you do rank your choices 1 through 3, 1 to 2, depending on how many they choose to tell you to do. 1 is your top choice and 3 is your last choice. So yeah, just stuff like that. You find out if you get your first choice, second choice, or third choice. But yeah, that's how recruitment works. Recruitment is a long, tedious process. It's not too long, but depending on how many sororities your school has. My school only has 3 sororities, so it wasn't that long, tedious, but your days could be very long. I know that at larger institutions, I know that if you want to go through recruitment, then you would probably, I think they go to school like a week before school actually starts to go through recruitment and start all that process. So the days to recruitment are pretty long, I guess you can say. But it's something, it's definitely worth it. Just be prepared. I mean, you're going to probably do a lot of walking to all the houses and stuff like that. But I have a whole video on what to wear to recruitment, the recruitment experience and stuff like that. So I'll leave that down below, like I said. But that's just kind of like the basics on how recruitment works. Am I going to suffer academically? Okay. I honestly can say you will not suffer academically. I know a lot of girls, they are a little bit worried about struggling academically and how they can balance sorority life and school at the same time. Most sororities, I know all sororities, they have a GPA requirement. They have a GPA you have to maintain while you're in the sorority, and so they will do whatever, it'll do whatever it takes for you guys to keep your grades up. It's honestly not a big time commitment, and that's another thing I'm going to get into. I know I'm saying a lot, but I'm just thinking in my head. But I know for my chapter, we have study hours that we have to do if you fall below a certain GPA, and during your first semester as a new member, you most likely will have study hours that you have to complete, certain amount of hours you have to complete per week. You will not suffer academically. You have your sisters there to help you study, and so most likely you will have a sister who is in the same class as you, or you guys have the same major or something like that. So you will not, I honestly can tell you, you will not suffer academically unless you bring it upon yourself, because there is numerous amount of opportunities, resources to study, sit down, get help and stuff like that, so you will not suffer academically. Next question is, what is a time commitment? Time commitment for sororities, I can honestly say it's not a huge time commitment like I know other people make it seem. You really don't have to devote that much time depending on your position, your place in the sorority. If you're just a member, you're not on any executive board, if you're not a part of the panel and council at your school, then you have a lot of leeway and you have a lot of choices whether you want to attend certain events or not. The one mandatory event that there is once a week, I know for every single sorority, is that you guys have chapter. Chapter will just be once a week. I can't tell you how long it will be because it varies for each chapter and varies for how many items are on the agenda, but you do have one mandatory thing a week, which is your chapter meetings. That's where you talk about different things going on in the sorority, outside the sorority, different events that you guys are planning and stuff like that. So that is the one mandatory event that I can think of if you're not part of any executive board in your sorority or in sorority life. But if you are part of that, like I am secretary, like I said, I am on the executive board of my sorority, and it is a little bit more time commitment than that because you have to attend to your schoolwork as well as a particular position. So it's a little bit more time commitment depending on your position. That's how I can sum it up. But if you're in your first year, then you're not going to have a lot of time commitment at all. What kind of activities do you have? Okay, so sororities have different types of activities. We have mixers between different fraternities and sororities, and we have fundraising events where the proceeds go to our philanthropy. Like ours is Make-A-Wish. So everything we raise money for, it will 100% go to Make-A-Wish, go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So different activities and different events we have could range from car washes to bake sales to, we have a spaghetti dinner that we have. We also have a chili cook-off that we have. Sororities may have different events that they have pertaining to their philanthropy, pertaining to it just depends. If you want to have a mixer with a fraternity or another sorority, you have an event, and that's just how it goes. What is mandatory? Okay, so what's mandatory? Chapter meetings are mandatory. You have to attend chapter meetings. Depending on what your chapter's attendance policy is, which varies per sorority. But chapter is mandatory. You do not want to miss chapter. That's one of the things that I stress. Chapter is the one thing that is mandatory, but your particular sorority will tell you in their bylaws, and will have in their bylaws what events and what activities are mandatory to them. Events are optional and stuff like that, so just pay attention to your bylaws and ask questions to find out what events are in fact mandatory. Here's one question that one of my sisters gets a lot. I think it's funny. Wait, so do y'all actually like each other? I know in movies make it seem like there's a whole bunch of cattiness, and that girls in sororities, they don't like each other, and they are always mad, and there's always fighting over boys, over stupid stuff. They may be drunk or something. I don't know, but yes, we do like each other. We love each other. We're sisters. We believe in the same values. You have the same beliefs on a majority of things what the sorority stands for. So there's no, we love each other, we like each other. There's no, oh, I hate you, oh, you stole my man, you stole my boy, no, you kissed him last night, oh my gosh, I hate you. No, there's nothing like that. So we do actually like each other. Let's see. Hazing. When it comes to sororities, there is absolutely no hazing. It is illegal to haze. It is a law. Like, you cannot haze at all. If you're being hazed, then that's an issue. I would suggest you drop, because you should not be getting hazed. That's something that I feel strongly about, because it's not fair to you as a person. It is not fair to have someone belittle you like that and haze you with whatever they do to you. So if you are getting hazed, then I suggest I would report it, and I would drop, because you don't need to surround yourself with people who are doing that and believe that it is right to do that. There is absolutely no hazing, so hope that sums up that question. Let's see. Okay, isn't a sorority just an excuse to party? No, it is not an excuse to party. I'm honestly not the party girl type. I'm not the one going to parties. My sisters have to drag me out to go to parties. So it is not all about partying. I mean, if you like partying, there are parties you can go to. So you just do you. When it comes to parties, if you're into parties, go to a party. If you're not, be like me and don't go and have your sisters try to drag you out there. So there is not all about partying. There's so much more to that. There's so much more to being in a sorority than partying. So that question is, I'm done answering that question. Okay, I'm gonna go to a question on my Instagram now. Okay, it's by a girl. I think her name is, I'll just keep it anonymous. But she asked, hello, I happened upon some of your videos discussing sorority rushes and being African American in Chi Omega. I am currently a senior and will be attending blank blank blank. I'm interested in joining a sorority and have done a bit of crash course research. I have a few questions if you have time to answer them. Firstly, are there other girls within your chapter that are minorities? I really love diversity, nationally and internationally, and would like to be a part of a sorority that embodies that. Additionally, what were some of the pros and cons of Panhellenic and National Panhellenic Divine Nine that you considered when making your decision? Lastly, how much time does your sorority take up, and should I join my freshman year? Okay, I'm going to answer the first part. Other girls within your chapter that are minorities. I know it may seem like there's only Caucasians and whites in sororities, but that is not true at all. There are more of me in my sorority, surprise, surprise. But no, we have Asians, we have Latinas, we have blacks, we have Caucasians. So I mean, it's pretty diverse, and it's also diverse academically, like in sports and stuff like that. It's very diverse. There's really not that much I can really speak on when it comes to diversity in sororities, because you have to just see it for yourself. But it also depends on your school. If your school is like 99% Caucasian or 95% Caucasian, then more than likely there will be a lot of Caucasians in the sorority. But my school is very diverse, so we have a nice mix in our sororities and all the sororities on campus. So I would say sororities are very, very, very diverse. Not only racially and culturally, but also academically and when it comes to extracurricular activities. Additionally, what were some of the pros and cons of Panhellenic and National Panhellenic Divine Nine that you consider when making your decision? When it comes to my choice of picking Panhellenic versus National Panhellenic Divine Nine, I made the decision for myself. I'm not going to speak on any pros or cons because I'm not going to sit here and tear apart another organization because that's not what I do, and I'm not like that. I'm really sorry, I'm not going to answer that part of the cons and pros because I honestly do not know any pros or cons when it comes to the NPHC sororities and fraternities, so I can't answer that part. But when it came to my choice to choose Panhellenic, my school is very small. We have 3 Panhellenic organizations on my campus, and we have one that is a local chapter, and then we do have one NPHC Divine Nine, which is AKA. I chose to do Panhellenic because I felt it was right for me. I went to the informational session, and going through recruitment, I just could see myself in this type of organization. You just have that feeling that you made the right decision, and that's what I did. It wasn't anything like, oh, I don't like the way they do this, I don't like the way they do that. It was nothing like that because I honestly did not do any research about NPHC sororities. I just wasn't interested in joining one, so that's all I can say on that. I just wasn't interested. Third part and last part of the question is, lastly, how much time does your sorority take up, and should I join my freshman year? Okay, I already answered the how much time my sorority takes up. It doesn't take up a lot of time. It just depends on your position in the sorority. If you have an executive role, then it will take up more of your time than if you're just a member of the sorority. If you're just a sister, just going to the meetings and stuff like that, it will not take up a lot of time. You'll have a lot of time to do other things in your life and participate in other activities at school, because we do have girls in my sorority that are a part of like maybe 5 or 6 other organizations at school, so you can see that it does not take up a lot of time. And should I join my freshman year? Yes, I definitely recommend that you join your freshman year. You can join your sophomore and junior year, but yeah, I would definitely recommend joining your freshman year. It would be I honestly think it was a jump start to your freshman year because you do it before school starts, or some do it like the second week into school. So you will meet a lot of new people, you will learn a lot of new things about yourself and about others around you and about the school. So I definitely recommend joining your freshman year, but you can, like, don't be afraid to join your sophomore or junior year, or even your senior year. Don't be afraid to do that. I know you may seem like no one's gonna pick me, no one's gonna want me because I'm too old, I'm a junior, I'm a senior, what do they want to do with me? But we have had juniors who have gone through recruitment and have ended up in a house, and we have had sophomores who have joined and have ended up in another house or in our house, depending on the situation. But we have had girls who are juniors, seniors, and sophomores try to go through recruitment. So I think those are all the questions that I have to answer when it comes to sorority recruitment, sorority life, and Greek life in general. I really hope I answered a lot of you guys' questions, your burning questions that you guys may have when it comes to sorority life and sororities, because I know I had a lot of questions when I was thinking about going through, and I've learned a lot of things, a lot of different things about what girls are scared of, what girls are afraid of when it comes to joining a sorority. So hope I answered your burning questions. If you guys have any more questions pertaining to sorority life and Greek life in general, leave that down in the comments below, or just DM me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I will try to get back to you the same day, same time I receive your message, because recruitment is coming up, so I will definitely get back to you ASAP as soon as I can, because I know you guys want your questions answered. So if you guys have any more questions, do not hesitate to message me or comment down below, and I will definitely answer that for you guys, answer any and all questions. So don't be afraid. You can ask me anything. I will definitely answer that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said in the beginning, I will leave my sorority playlist down below for you guys so you guys can check that out. I have a variety of videos in that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, give this video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe if you're already not so you can stay up to date with my videos and when I upload so you're not missing an upload for me, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.